Your brand isn't flat, it is a system. And that's why I have 7 strategic zones to help transform how you think about building your brand. Now, most creators and founders build their business on 1 or 2 layers. It's not extra dimensional, really. But that's why they may break under pressure. So, my philosophy and my framework is that I have 7 strategic zones. They are a mental stretching tool deliberately for you to employ a more zoomed out strategic compass when you're looking to grow as a business and as a brand, when you're looking to troubleshoot. My 7 strategic zones, I always have them on a piece of paper, and you'll see them up on the screen right now. The first is strategic self awareness. Zone 2 is interdependencies and stakeholder mapping. Zone 3, risk readiness and reputation design. Zone 4, media literacy and zeitgeist awareness. I feel like I'm rapping right now. Zone 5, engagement system and your content architecture. I'm really looking forward to doing an episode all on that. I'll be there soon. Zone 6, your North Star and value compass. And Zone 7, reflexive thinking and the bricklayer mindset. They all integrate with one another. They don't just exist on their own. So, approaching each of those things in an isolated way, in the way that they relate to your brand and your business, is a mistake. These layers help for us to craft a picture so that we can look at opportunities that are currently not being seen, so that we move away from linear thinking. So, this style of strategic thinking helps to build flexibility, especially when we find ourselves in a sticky situation. The more zones you explore and prepare for, the more fluency you will actually gain. Let's talk about zone 3. When you master your risk, readiness, your reputation management, you essentially move away from being defensive to strategic. How so? Well, by ensuring you have an eye on your zone 4, media literacy and zeitgeist awareness, not only are you aware of your audience sentiment directly from any data that you're capturing, but by being aware of what matters to them, what's going on socio-politically, if you're not tracking that, then what you'll do is you'll miss any trend that could be impacting your audience, any trends that will change the behavior of your customer. That is just one example. Now, if this process resonates, my masterclass that's launching in June will be diving in even deeper. The link for the pre-sale is in my description, but there's also a more focused masterclass on just the one zone, reputation management, right now that's been launched. And more tools, more tutorials available via my site and the description. My weekly newsletter also directly from my site will provide you with the tools, the tips, the tricks to keep up with your strategic thinking, keep topped up. Which of the 7 zones do you need to spend a little bit more time on? Let's talk about that in the comments, because as entrepreneurs and creators, it can be quite tricky for us to make time and space to think in this expansive way. Keep this video bookmarked and revisit it anytime you're making moves and you need a little bit more of an insight or a bit of guidance or a bit of a reminder that there's additional things you could be looking at, additional areas, strategic areas that overlap with one another. And it's something that constantly changes, it evolves. And so you iterate on your thinking, you iterate on your planning. We cannot stay stagnant. We cannot stay still. So Serena's playbook method is really your reflection tool to level up your strategic thinking. It's so wonderful to have you here. I upload regularly. So at the very least, you are here subscribed, you've turned the notification bell on, and you're tuning in for guidance, for tips that I've learned from 20 plus years in communications as a chartered public relations practitioner, somebody building in public that you can see in my content architecture, my ecosystem of content on more than one YouTube channel, more than one professional area, and also being an systems thinking student right now, being a postgraduate student, doing an MSc, and bringing all of that wonderful insight so I can synthesize and crystallize all the wonderful nuggets for you and in my training. Thank you so much for your time and attention, the most valuable things that you have, and I will see you in the next one.